Here is your briefing for Friday, August 14th, 2026. A new malware family called WinRelay has been spotted in the wild. It works with the SpyNote rat to capture live contactless payment data via NFC and forward it in real time. The malware is side-loaded silently after initial rat access and requires no screen sharing or user interaction beyond the initial foothold. Attacks typically begin with phishing or smishing. That's the headline from HelpNet Security. And it shows how the contactless payment surface remains an attractive, under-defended channel even as mobile security tooling improves. Security researchers at Podion AI disclosed a pre-authentication exploit chain that turns a simple cross-site scripting flaw into remote code execution on WordPress core. The vulnerability, tracked as CVE 2026-64638, has been present since version 4.7 and affects the vast majority of the 43% of the web that runs on WordPress. A publicly available exploit is already circulating. That's the headline from multiple sources this week. And it is a reminder that even the most widely used platforms can carry long-lived sanitization discrepancies that only surface under determined research. Microsoft released its August 2026 Patch Tuesday updates, addressing 421 vulnerabilities. At least one elevation of privilege flaw was being exploited as a zero-day in the wild before the patch was available. The volume of fixes continues the trend of large monthly security updates. That's the headline from Security Week, and it underscores how quickly sophisticated actors weaponize public or privately discovered flaws once they appear. AWS announced that email-validated certificates in Certificate Manager will no longer support automated renewals after 2027. Organizations relying on this validation method will need to migrate to DNS-validated certificates to maintain continuity. That's the headline from HelpNet Security, and it is another incremental step toward stronger domain control validation practices across the industry. The Storm 1175 ransomware group exploited a critical vulnerability in N-able's N-Central Management platform within hours of disclosure. The speed of weaponization highlights how ransomware operators continue to monitor vendor disclosures for high-value targets. That's the headline from the Cybersecurity Press, and it shows the persistent gap between patch availability and actual deployment in managed service environments. 5 stories, one recurring theme. Mobile payment fraud tooling is becoming more specialized. Long-lived web platform vulnerabilities continue to surface. Large vendors are still shipping exploited 0 days, cloud providers are tightening validation requirements, and ransomware groups remain extremely fast at turning disclosures into campaigns. The through line is familiar. The abstractions and platforms we rely on keep leaking under pressure, and the organizations that treat every new integration and every new disclosure as potentially hostile will be the ones that stay ahead. That's the briefing. Stay sharp, keep your systems patched, and we'll see you tomorrow.